Okay. All right. So here we are on to video 7. Let's go at this really good. Okay. So you have to run away to Colombia. Yeah, I did have to run away. Your mother, with her lawyers and the judges, destroyed my professional life. You know, Ian, before I left Tulsa, I was hunted down by two companies. One out of Indianapolis, the other one out of, I think it was Austin, Texas. It was doing the same type of selling that I had already done, which was the estate planning. They had heard about me when I worked at that other company where I was the first or second salesman selling five, six, seven of these a week. Never been done before. They offered me jobs paying over $100,000 a year if I would go to work with them. But you know what happened? I had to tell them about the fraudulent criminal complaints that your mother was a part of with the judge and her lawyers. And when I explained the whole situation to them about the fraud and all that, they understood it. They had a lot of compassion for me, but they said, you know, James, we can't hire you with a warrant for your arrest out. We can't hire you. You got to take care of that. Well, I don't have the money to take care of it. Did as much as I could in these courts, and ran out of money, so I couldn't do it. So I couldn't get the professional jobs that I needed. So I made a little money here, a little money there to basically make a living, and that was basically it. Okay, so in order for me to do what I do, which is sales in the type of business or product that I needed to do, yes, I needed to leave the country. Isn't that sick, Ian? Don't you think that's what your mother did? See, your mother was set out to destroy me. That's an intentional decision from her in every way, shape, or form. And see, I'm not going to see. I forgive her for all of that. Listen. I forgive her. I don't hold any animosity, any anger. I got anger at the acts, the actions, the abominable abominations that she did. They're despicable and all that kind of stuff. But I forgive her. Hey, listen, I've had to forgive a lot of people. I've had to forgive a lot of people who turned out to not be friends. Like Juan Inga, I don't know if you remember him, but he wouldn't even come to court to just say I was a good father. I asked him, well, am I a good father? Yeah, you are. Well, will you come and testify? No. Do you know the Victory Christian Center would not allow Juan Inga to come and testify on my behalf that I was a good father in court? Now, that's a long story, and I'm not even going to go into that, okay? Why? But it's because they're a government church, 501c3, and all that kind of stuff. They can't get involved in a divorce because divorce is a policy of the government. And as a 501c3, you cannot go against anything that the government says is okay. And that's a whole nother nightmare. But anyway, all right. So I could not get a job anywhere in which they would do a criminal background check because the warrants would show up. Yeah, that's a fact. So yeah, I had to leave the country. I had to run away to Colombia. To sell liquid manure, well, we're going to talk about that. No, not to sell, but to have a life back. Let me tell you something. I am so happy today. I have been delivered of this stuff. Wondering when the day would come that someone would knock at the door saying I hadn't paid child support and therefore they're putting me in jail. Yeah, wondering that one. Wondering that. Well, first of all, they have to find me. But if they did, then I could go to jail until the child support was paid. So I knew that sooner or later that clock would run out, so etc. Now the product. Well, let me tell you about the product. Absolutely unbelievable, unbelievable product. Uh, hey, let's see. I'm going to see if you can see it here a little bit. Let me see. Let me see. I'm going to put it here. This product. If you look close on the label and all that, well, you'd notice that it has my name and all that on it. But anyway, the product is not a manure. It's a liquid, natural, organic soap that I have been given the licensing rights for all of South America if I want them. We're starting with Colombia. Now, I've taken those rights and I've given them away to a foundation called Just Right the Check Foundation. It owns it has the rights, not me. But let me tell you about this product and what it does to agriculture. This product makes fruits and vegetables grow larger. Fruits grow larger, juicier, sweeter. The harvest multiplies 50, 100, 200. We got farmers that are getting 800% more mangoes out of their trees than before they were using the product. Getting 200% more papayas, getting 100% more lemons. The product has no carcinogens whatsoever. The only product in the entire world that does not have a single atom of a carcinogen in it. If you know anything about farming or studied on it, you find out that when they use fertilizers or chemical fertilizers made from petroleum base, they hurt you. They hurt the workers. They breathe them, etc. They can develop cancer and so on and so on. This product, you can brush your teeth with it. The harvest also comes in between 2 to 6 weeks earlier, which means you can get your produce to market, which means you can get, in Colombia, for example, they will be able to get one more harvest, close to one harvest additional per year with this product. The fruits and vegetables and lettuce, potatoes, they don't rot so fast. It extends their life 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks. So now the farmers can export into Europe from Colombia to sell their products, etc., etc. So this manure is kind of interesting because let me explain to you. Way back in like 19 when I first moved to Richmond, which would put me somewhere around 1977 or 78. I was working at a restaurant, and they sent me up to New Jersey to get trained. And in the restaurant would come in this guy, him and his wife, and he had a gold metal bracelet. I mean, gold. The guy was a multimillionaire. And you know what the bracelet said? The bracelet said shit, S-H-I-T. And I asked him, I said, that's kind of to go around wearing a bracelet saying shit when you're around people. Why do you do that? He said this, because that's how I make my money. I make my money by having a company that cleans up sewers, collects trash, etc. Everybody's shit. I make money. So now the product that the foundation, Just Right to Check Foundation, it's not shit. But in a sense, is if you want to call it manure, I guess you could in a sense. It's kind of like a fertilizer, but it's not a fertilizer. It's a soap. But I could in a sense wear a gold bracelet here around my necklace and say manure. Because let me tell you something. This past week, the foundation sent me with a representative to a farm. One farm. Guy owns 3 farms. 200, about 500 acres. Well, the foundation tells me that account is going to bring in $100,000 a year. Now, Colombia, just like in all of South America, the economies are about 95% agriculture. We have appointments this week with farms that have. I just started communicating with one farm that has 10,000 acres. Do you know that account will bring in about $2 million a year? So yeah, liquid manure. That's fine. And listen, what are you doing? Are you still taking your little snapshots of kitties? You like to be around little kids, don't you? Okay. At the Walmart or whatever. What have you made of your talent? Has Papon not offered to pay your way to a good university where you can go? Of course not. He won't do that. He won't do that. Just like Isaac, Christian, and Katya, I know Isaac is going to Union High School, for example. Will Papon, who's got the money, pay for them to go to a private school to get them out of the filth of the homosexuality and everything and that they teach in those schools? No, he won't. Money's too important for him. He would never do that for his 3 grandchildren. No, he won't do that. No, he won't do that. Will I do that? It all depends. It all depends. You say they don't want to talk to me, they don't want to see me, that they don't exist. I guess you could say, well, then where am I sending money to? To people that don't exist? Listen, I can wait to eternity to be with my children for eternity. I don't have any problem with that. I don't have any problem with that whatsoever. So, will I bless my children now? It all depends. Who does it depend on? It depends on your mother. Okay, we're going to go into video number 8. Hold your horses.